Hello everyone, welcome to another video of Figures of Speech by me Achal Jain. In this video we will be covering few questions as this is a worksheet video. I have questions for all you people. Few things about me: I am a student of English literature, a movie buff, and after watching the video don't forget to rate, review, recommend and share. So let's begin. So in this particular slide, in this particular segment, you have to identify the figures of speech based on similarity, that is metaphor, simile and homonym. So these are few examples or few statements. You have to figure out which of the following are metaphors, which of the following are similes, and which of the following are example of homophones. And for homophones I have used complete statements. So you have to figure out, you have to find out the word which is a which is a homonym. So you can pause the video. Let's begin. I hope you all have got right answers. Let's start from the first statement. He is the apple of my eye. It is clearly a metaphor because the person, whoever he is compared to an apple of which is the eye of my eye is not relevant here, but the person is compared to an apple here, so it makes this statement a metaphor. Time is a thief. So time here is compared to a thief, and again this is a metaphor. She was like a prisoner. So she here is compared to a prisoner, and also the word like has been used here, so it makes this statement a simile. I really hope you people are moving forward with me and catching me. So, and let's move on. She wanted a date. So this is an example of homonym because we are not clear whether this is a date when two people go out or whether this is a date when the dry fruit. So this is example of homophone because of the word date. She expected him to accept the proposal. So this is not an example of any of the any of the figure of speech based on similarity. I added this just to add confusion between homophones and homonyms, since these two are examples of homophones. My words are chain of leaves. So here the words are compared to a chain of leaves, which makes it a metaphor because there has been a comparison between two ideally different things and no word such as like or as has been used. So this makes this sentence a metaphor. The children ran like ripples through water. So this is quite clear. The children here ran like ripples, or like the children here are, the running of the children here are compared to the ripples through water, and since the word like has been used, it makes the statement a simile. Paul carried his science project to school like he was transporting explosive glass. It's again clear. Paul's carrying of his science project and the care and concentration he was carrying all this, it is been compared to the transportation of explosive glass, and since the word like has been used, again this is an example of simile. Charlie saw a bat. This is an example of homonym because of the word bat, because it is not clear here whether this is a bat, the mammal bat, or whether this is the bat which is used to play cricket with. So Charlie saw a bat is an example of homonym. The clouds sailed across the sky. So the moving of the sky here is compared to the sailing of a boat and across the sky. This is an example of metaphor. When he reached the top of the hill, he felt as strong as a steel gate. So his happiness or his satisfaction here or his success here is compared to steel gate, and his strongness, basically strongness, and since the word as are used here twice, it makes it a simile again. I really hope you guys have got all the answers clear, and let's move on. So in this particular slide, you have to figure out which of the following are the correct examples of alliteration, assonance, consonance, onomatopoeia and homophones, and I have done the same thing here. I have put homophones and onomatopoeia in between the sentences, so you have to figure out which of them are the correct examples. You can pause the video. Let's begin. So here we are. She seems to rays of sunshine with her eyes of green. So this is an example of assonance because you can see the stress, seems, rays, sunshine, and her eyes in the green. You can see the stress. Larry's lizard likes sleeping leopards. This is a alliteration. I really don't think I need to explain this. The first alphabet of every word in the sentence is L, and the stress, you can see, this makes it an alliteration. The ship has sailed. Alliteration. This is an example of alliteration. The ship has sailed. The ship has sailed far off the shores. This is an example of consonants, because you can see the stress on the word ship, sailed, shore. This is an example of consonants. Third came the sound. Third is a sound, and you can understand by reading this the expression the writer was trying to convey. So this makes it an onomatopoeia because it's a sound word. Gary's giraffe gobbled gooseberry greedily, getting good at grabbing goodies. Again, this is a clear example of alliteration. She ate the pie within 8 minutes. This is an example of homophone because of the words 8 and 8. They are both pronounced similar, the same, but have different spellings and different meanings. So this makes it, and this statement, basically these two words are homophones. So, Peter's piglet pranced priggishly. This is again an example of alliteration because of the P by the beginning of every word. Try as I might, the kite did not fly. This is an example of assonance because might, kite. So this is an example of assonance. She ate 7 sandwiches on a sunny Sunday last year. She 7 sandwiches, sunny Sunday. This is an example of consonants. Alliteration. Stan was asked to add the ad by night. Add. This is an example of, this is an example of homophone. Add and add. Two same words, similar pronunciations, different spellings and different meanings. So here's the last and the final slide. All you have to do is pause the video and figure out which of the following are hyperbole and personification based on extension of ideas. So you can pause the video. Let's begin. My flowers were begging for water. So since here the word flowers here is a non-human object, and they are given the human attribute of begging, which makes it a personification. The ivy wore its finger around the fence. Again, this is an example of personification because the weaving of its finger by the ivy, which is again a human attribute given to a non-living or non-human thing, it makes it a personification. Nothing can stop our team from winning the championship. This is an example of hyperbole because you see nothing can stop. There can be things which can stop them. Suppose their the team leader gets injured, or it rains, so they can be stopped. So this is an exaggeration. So it makes it a hyperbole. The cactus saluted those who drove past. The cactus is given the human ability to salute, which makes it a personification. My dress shoes are killing me. The shoes here are given the human ability, the human attribute, the capability of a human to kill. So it makes it a personification. You are walking slower than a snail. Again, this is an exaggeration. No one can walk slower than a snail. So the exaggeration is here. It makes it a hyperbole. The thunder was grumbling like it was angry. This is the grumbling of the thunder. Thunder is given the human ability to grumble, and the angriness. Also the anger, you can also relate it to the anger of the thunder, which is again a human ability, human feeling. So human sense. It is again a personification. Hell pounded the house in streets. So the houses in the streets here are given the capability to hail. It makes it personification. He was skinny enough to jump through the keyhole. No one is skinny enough unless it's Ant-Man to jump through a keyhole. So this makes it an example of, hyperbole. Old Mr. Smith has been teaching here since Stone Age. No one can be alive since Stone Age. Stone Age was thousands and thousands of years ago. So no one can be alive since then. So this makes it an exaggeration, which makes the statement hyperbole. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to rate, review, recommend and share. and also I hope you have got all your answers correct. Do let me know in the comment section. Thank you.